Now on BBC One, Blue Peter.
Hello. Well, those were just some of the obstacles Leslie was battling with on the Army Assault course. And a bit later on in the programme, you can see how she splashed her way through from beginning to end.
That Tarzan? Me Jane!
I think that's very good training for a paratrooper. I think we'll make one out of her yet. Actually, there's no amount of equipment needed for soldiers. A fantastic amount they carry around. Even the soldier dolls, too, there's an awful lot. We've got a little fella down here, all set in his canoe with a paddle and boots and anorak and everything about it. And this is just a small selection of the sort of things you can get or even make yourself. But the great problem is where to store it. Now, I had a Sergeant Major friend, Tom Hutton, who used to say, if you're in the army, then you've got to be orderly. So instead of just storing it all in a big cardboard box, the thing I thought of was, why not try this? A Quartermaster store. Everything is nice and neat, and even my Sergeant Major friend will be very proud of this one. There you are, you've got down here the little container there for boots, for heavy stuff, like pickaxes and paddles and shovels. You've got a box, then you've got a hanging wardrobe with actual hangers in, and then for hats, because there are all sorts of different hats you wear in the army. Little shelves there, drawers for the smaller things of life, like underwater knives for those who go underwater, and then another wardrobe here with sweaters and trousers and various things. Not forgetting ropes. Ropes play are quite an important part, so you've got hooks for ropes, and then down here you've got a front counter with the heavy stuff in, like jungle expedition stuff, waterproof stuff, and especially your life raft. And above there on top, another small shelf unit for things like binocular. Well, there you are. A very nice Quartermasters store. And it's dead simple to make, actually, because all you need to get is a large cardboard box from your greengrocer, one like this, quite a big one. What you do then, you cut off just one side. Now, just one side, and you end up with it looking like that. Now, don't cut off the flaps, because those are very important. They actually add to the strength. And what you want to do is glue them. I'm just pinning them at the moment to get them out of the way. But your best bet would be to sort of put pins through as well as glue, and then they'll be nice and firm. But it looks a little bit empty at the moment. It needs a bit of wallpaper and some flooring. So, for the flooring, I've got some of this sticky back plastic. It's a bit expensive, but if you haven't got any of this, this is actually wood grained. If you haven't got any, you could use card. But if you've got sticky back plastic, make sure it goes over the front, and underneath slightly you can see it there. That adds to the strength. Now, the wallpapering, bit of card from another cardboard box. Painted before you stick it on to the colour that you want. For the side, the back, and that side. And the finished one, hey presto, is like this. There we are. Oh, there's been an earthquake, sorry. We're upside down. There, that's better. That's the floor and the size. It looks quite smart, doesn't it? Now, all we've got to do now is fill it up. So let's have a quick look at the finished one. And you see that the finished one there has got some nice big wardrobes. So we'll start on the hanging wardrobe first. And all you need now is a cereal box like this, which is half painted already. What I've done, I've covered it in emulsion paint for the gloss paint later, because this acts as a nice primer. And you'll notice too, I've marked a couple of centimetres in, a line, an oblong all the way around. When you've done that, cut that square out, and you end up with it looking like that. And you'll see also it's nice and shiny, because I've painted it. Let's get a shine. There, you can see the shine. Now, inside there is going to be the rail for the coat hooks. Percy Thrower actually helped me out. Here's a little bit of green garden stick there. Little bits of cork. Piece of cork sliced with some holes. Hang on, that's the wrong one. With some holes knocked in. So that fits into there. And that one fits into there. Obviously, you've got to measure it beforehand. And then it all just fits into there. And you've got to add a drop of glue to each of those corks when you stick it in. Otherwise, if you get too much hanging up there, it'll liable to just sink to the bottom. So what I'll do, I'll put this one into the empty Quartermaster store just to start to fill it up. Now then, the next one, what we'll do, we'll start on the one with the shelves. And this is the wardrobe with the shelves, made exactly the same way as the hanger one, only we've got shelves in here. You see those bits of cork? Slice the cork and then slice those in half. The shelf rests on there, takes a bit of support from the one in the middle, and there's some cork on the other side. And your shelves are just pieces of card. I've painted the top of that. That fits in like that. And you've got 3 shelves there. And this now fits into that corner over there. Voila! Going to fill that space in now, right? So what I got, because it just fitted, you might find you have to experiment with your sizes of boxes. Dog biscuit box, just fitted in perfectly there. Now what you're going to do then is mark out a couple of oblongs there and cut those out. And when you've cut them out and painted it, it should end up looking like, it's quite strong though, isn't it? Even though it bends like that. Now on top of there, you will add some little shelves. Now these shelves are quite simple. Excuse me, I'll just reach out the way. These shelves are quite simple because they're made out of these matchboxes down here. A large matchbox, all cut in half like that. You glue them together. Now you'll need 3 matchboxes. So when you've glued them together, you've got 2 there, a third one goes on there, and you glue all those down. Now you'll notice too, I've got card around there and card around the bottom. A little bit of card goes across the top. That's glued together. You might have to wrap an elastic band around just to hold it while it's gluing. But once it is glued, it really is nice and solid because that's the finished result. Now then, let's go back to this because the next step is to get in the drawers. Got little drawers. Now these are simple because all they are actually small matchboxes glued together with a bit of card round, just like the big shelves. You've got the drawer where the matches usually are kept. The handle is a piece of string, a couple of holes, the string pushed through, knotted, and there you have the perfect set of drawers. Now then, the next thing that's missing is the big counter. Where's the big counter? Hang on. Oh, here's the big counter. The big counter starts off as dog biscuits again. And if we turn them upside down, you'll see I've cut 4 holes in there. A piece of card goes along the top for strengthening, and obviously you put glue in between those two and cram them together. When it's all glued and dried, then you can then paint it, and it ends up looking like that. A little bit of sticky back plastic on there to give it a wood grain, and we stick that on there. And what else? Oh yes, on top of here we have some little shelves, and these are matchboxes without the drawer bit in, and that goes there. And for the heavy equipment like the dirty old Wellingtons and pickaxes, a large matchbox drawer painted and glued down there. And that little box, would you believe, is half a tea box. Not your ones with the little perforations, whatever they are, but your actual real tea is that. There they are. Now, there's one thing I've actually forgotten to do, and that's to make the coat hanger. And the coat hangers, you might need quite a few of these. They're quite simple. That is a homemade coat hanger. Percy Thrower came to the rescue once more because he gave me a bit of his gardening wire. And it's very easy to bend, is that? All you need is a pair of round-nosed pliers. And if you look at one of your coat hangers at home that you've got from the dry cleaners, you'll find that they end up looking like that, and then that wraps round. A little bit of time, and you will end up with a nice coat hanger like that, and this will now hang in the wardrobe. So there you are. You can hang all your clothes on there. And if we have a look now at the finished one, I hope I'm not going too fast for her, am I? Never mind, we'll slow down just for a moment while you can feast your eyes on the finished result. 1 or 2 things I've missed. Hooks for the ropes, those are dead simple. You just screw them in like that, and you'll notice at the back there's a little bit of card. That's just in case the screw pokes through at the end so you don't scratch yourself. A bit of backing for it. And the clock. Now then, the clock, that's a large cap from a plastic container, painted black around the outside, the hands are painted on, And the numbers actually come from an old calendar. And there you are. You can then fill up your Quartermaster store with all your goodies that you've got, and it'll be all nice and neat.
I think you did that in record time, Johnny. It's
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful. Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
really good. And I think even if you saved up all your pocket money, you'd be very hard pressed to find anything that looked as good as that in the shops.